My name's Shane,
I'm Tim.
and we are. What are we doing?
We are talking about all things Simpsons, pop culture relevance of The Simpsons, primarily focusing on the earlier years of The Simpsons. Primarily enjoy the earlier, timeless years, the Simpsons that I grew up with.
Yeah,
Being
absolutely.
born in, the late 80s. Didn't really watch too much of the Tracy Ullman Simpsons, mainly because they were just atrocious.
Mainly because you were 1 year old.
And I was also one. But I started watching it in the 90s and I was 3.
Well, yeah, I mean,
I
guess
mean, that
that's
was like
true.
a family ritual. Every Sunday night we'd watch, we'd
Yeah.
gather around the old TV.
Yep.
And watch the old Simpsons. It was fun. But, as you'll see, we're going to just, discuss the earlier first couple seasons, probably 1 through 5-ish.
Uh-huh.
We'll talk about pop culture, Simpsons-wise, video games. I don't know if any of you are going to remember Pogs, their thing, Google it. I'll probably add some pictures somewhere around here of Pogs.
It's
just
Alf in Pog form.
It's a Simpsons reference right there. So, but yeah, our aim with this is to just discuss Simpsons and how they have affected us personally. You may not be a Simpsons fan. I know people are like, oh, well, the Simpsons, they're on season, 27 now?
28.
28
27
now?
just ended. 28 starting in September, maybe?
They're on season 28 now.
But I think The Simpsons has made more of an impact positively on both our lives than maybe anything else that we've done, at least like growing up. So what we're doing here is we're just discussing, dissecting, analyzing. Although those all sound like very
dry, boring topics.
Well, dry and boring, and also they sound very like sophisticated and technical, and we're both kind of just a bunch of idiots. So
well, that's a big part of it.
Well, maybe I'll speak for myself, but I just consider myself as just a big fucking clown.
Well, we kind of are, but we'll be discussing a lot of the newer Simpsons episodes. But our main forte is the earlier seasons because that's what we watched pretty much religiously.
Yes.
Like every week we were watching them, and then the next day at school we'd be discussing them.
Yeah, basically.
We were nerds.
Discussing them. No, we're not nerds. I was captain of the football team.
And I was head cheerleader.
Yes. Yeah, that was a great year.
That was phenomenal.
So we've both been watching The Simpsons since probably, if I had to guess myself, probably like season 3. I was very young. My memory is god awful as it is.
Yeah. But
I remember, watching them as they aired, probably from season 3 or 4. I remember having discussions on the playground about who shot Mr. Burns. That was the end of
season.
End of season 6. But I was certainly watching, way before that. So
that was a fun year. I remember because, like you said, we discussed the Who Shot Mr. Burns.
Yeah.
But, it was a big thing for us at least because Mr. Burns, he gets shot at the end of the season, so you have to wait until the next season to figure out who did it.
Which was
spoiler alert, it was the baby.
Right? Around the end of that episode, they're in the town meeting. Burns comes in. He says something like, he announces his plans to block the sun, and then he says something like, "Who of you has the guts to stop me?" And then it pans through the whole crowd, and everyone kind of looks away and they look down because no one is really going to do anything. Maggie does not look down; she looks straight ahead at him still. So that was a big tip off that Maggie did it.
Yeah.
And obviously, I don't think anyone probably noticed that at the time. I just read that myself maybe a year ago. I never knew that.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool.
I didn't even make the correlation with that one. I went off more of the sundial. The sundial tells what time it was using the sun, if you don't know what that is. Because there's people out there that don't know what that is. I know people that can't read analog clocks anymore. So that's a bad thing.
Yeah, probably
but
is.
When Mr. Burns fell on the sundial, he was pointing towards south and west. Yeah. And, people thought it was Waylon Smithers. To find out, he was inverted as Maggie Simpson. Or Marge Simpson, as the case could be.
Yeah.
And there was Simpsons DNA found. Where was it found? Simpsons on the gun, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. The Simpsons DNA was found on the gun. But overall, that was the epitome of the Simpsons experience for myself because it was, you know, the drama, the like the suspense of waiting for a whole, what was it, you know, 5 months, something like that.
Something like
How
that,
long
yeah.
was, you know,
Yeah, it's probably like over the whole
off season. And then finally being able to see the conclusion of it, which I remember, you know.
No, it was. I think it was absolutely brilliant the way they did it. The way they played off of like all those shows from like the '70s that had those big cliffhangers.
Yeah.
And
I'm gonna discuss favorite seasons of The Simpsons. Me personally, my favorite number happens to just be 8. You know, Dale Earnhardt Jr. back in the day, Kobe Bryant back in the day was number 8. But season 8, 96, 97, my personal favorite. You know. Starts off with Trios of 4, number 7. Citizen Kane, where King and Kodos pretty much are Bob Dole and Bill Clinton.
Yeah.
And they abduct the original Bob Dole and Bill Clinton, put them up in a freaking spaceship. They're naked in these tubes, and he's like, "Oh, hey, what is this? Some kind of tube?"
I love that quote. I don't know why, but I find it very, very, very funny.
So it's got Citizen Kane, the first episode in there, and then it has a Genesis tub, which is essentially a science project that Lisa was doing where she inadvertently grows life. Because what does Bart do to the tube or the tub? He she had like a tooth in there or something. He puts like cola or Coke or something.
Yeah.
Some sort of soda beverage in there, and lo and behold, life forms inside of the tub.
Yeah.
And then it says right here that it's a parody of a Twilight Zone episode called The Little People. Same basic principle of that, where the little people worship the person who created the Genesis tub, and then they shrink her down, and she ends up living in there and being stuck inside there because they don't know how to make a rebiggifier or whatever.
Rebigulator. I actually just watched that episode a couple days ago. That would require some sort of rebigulator. Sorry.
That requires some sort of... There will be a meme of that somewhere around here. We're going to add that in here. But, I mean, it's got a bunch of... classics in here. It's got You Only Move Twice, where that's the one with Homer and Hank Scorpio.
Yeah, Hank Scorpio.
He works at this plant in where was the town that he worked in?
I just watched this episode too. Actually, it's shit. I don't remember.
But he pretty much just gets a job in another town, and he works for this supervillain that's like a cliche supervillain that you'll see in all these TV shows.
Yeah, he's like a Bond villain, basically. Exactly. I'm pretty sure he has James Bond captured at one point.
Yeah, he does have James Bond captured at one point, and Homer just happens to stumble in there and just ask some questions and stuff, but doesn't even know that it's going on. Very oblivious.
If you could kill someone on your way out, that would really be helpful.
They got Hurricane Nettie, the hurricane comes through, and it pretty much just wrecks just Ned's house and nobody else's house, and Ned loses faith in the church, as so many of us have done.
Yep.
And the town tries to build it.
Living room and dining rooms with a lovely flow for entertaining.
And looks like a loose nail.
1 out of 25 ain't bad. Your beautiful kitchen, Ned, just as you remember it.
Was that toilet always next to the refrigerator?
Ned, you ever try lugging a toilet up a flight of stairs?
Lisa and I built your room.
But I don't like this clown.
I wouldn't take it down if I were you. It's a load-bearing poster.
Now, this is the room with electricity, but it has too much electricity. So, I don't know, you might want to wear a hat.
Floor feels a little gritty here.
Yeah, we ran out of floorboards there, so we painted the dirt. Pretty clever.
Oh, something is definitely wrong with this hallway.
Come on in! It's your master bedroom! Ow, my nose!
Well, I've seen about enough.
So, Flanders, what do you think of the house that Love built? Oh, shoot.
For me, the pinnacle episode in this season was the Springfield Files.
That's a great episode. I love that episode.
It's essentially an X-Files thing. It has Leonard Nimoy, or Spock, narrating the thing. And it's just Mr. Burns, every Friday night to pretty much prolong his life for another week. He gets these radiation treatments done, all this other craziness, and it just happens to make him glow green and have a super high-pitched voice, look like an alien. The whole thing is Homer's trying to prove that aliens exist, essentially, and nobody believes him except for Bart, oddly enough.
Yeah, it's
so
like-
they go out there every Friday night, like Urkel.
That's
Quote.
Whoa. Bam, nailed it. Yeah, it's a X-Files Simpsons like crossover because
Mulder and Scully.
yeah, Mulder
are in
and
it.
Scully, David Duchovny and Gillian
yeah.
Anderson are in it, and they're hilarious.
Let's see, we got Homer versus the 18th Amendment. And
That's a
for
great
you
one.
who don't know, 18th Amendment was the prohibition of alcohol. And in this one, he goes against Baron, or no, he is Baron.
Yeah, he's the beer baron.
The beer baron. And he goes against this guy, what was his name again?
Rex Banner.
Rex Banner. The most, yeah, he sounds like a superhero.
Kind of.
So Rex Banner is the, essentially the typical 1920s, like, prohibition cop style guy. And Homer is illegally making moonshine under his nose, and they kind of go at it through the whole episode. I enjoy it quite a bit.
It's a great episode.
What is it? It's like part of it where he's like, "Oh, and the mysterious green cloud over Evergreen Terrace has finally gone away," or whatever. And it was a good episode. I enjoyed it quite a bit.
Yes. All right. So season 6 is my favorite season. It's pretty close because I do love season 8 a lot. I actually kind of forgot how much I like season 8 until we were just looking through the list of episodes. Itchy and Scratchy Land is, I think, a very funny send-up of, like, half Jurassic Park, half of just, making fun of amusement parks in general. Homer Bad Man, I like very, very much. The whole Gummy DeMilo, then the rock bottom thing where they cut up his, they edit his interview to make it look like he's, like, some gross pervert.
Yeah, he's some gross pervert.
Sweet can.
Here comes the bouncing ball of justice.
Tonight on Rock Bottom, we go undercover at a sex farm for sex hookers.
I keep telling you, I just broke sorghum here.
Uh-huh. And where are the hookers?
Round back. Oops.
But first, she was a university honors student who devoted her life to kids until the night a grossly overweight pervert named Homer Simpson gave her a crash course in depravity, babysitter, and the beast.
Aw, crap. Somebody had to take the babysitter home. Then I noticed she was sitting on her sweet can. I grabbed her sweet can. Oh, just thinking about her can. I just wish I had her sweet can.
So, Mr. Simpson, you admit you grabbed her can.
What do you have to say in your defense? Mr. Simpson, your silence will only incriminate you further. No, Mr. Simpson, don't take your anger out on me. Get back, get back! Mr. Simpson, no! Dramatization may not have happened.
All right, I'm going to talk about the next two, Homie the Clown and Bart vs. Australia. If I had to sit down and make a list of favorite Simpsons episodes, if I was ranking them or making a top 10, those both would probably be in my top 10. Yeah. And that's another reason I love Season 6 so much. I think overall the season is very, very, very funny. It's very smart. Their satire is very good. And they were in a stretch of episodes and seasons where they could do no wrong. Even episodes that I don't care for are better than just about anything else. I keep this in because I'm going to plug myself now.
Okay.
That sounded disgusting.
He's going to plug himself, guys.
Okay. I don't know if you care to do this, but I'm going to do it because I want to, get out there. Maybe
I don't have anything on my other YouTube channel. I have nothing.
Well, I want to do YouTube. I want to do even my Instagram, Twitter. Okay, we're going to do the quick social media tour. You can find me personally on YouTube. It actually has nothing to do with The Simpsons, so hopefully there's some crossover because I just post video game stuff. But my YouTube channel is VG Bosses 24/7. That's VG Bosses, one word. Video game bosses. 24/7. I've been uploading boss battles of any game that I play because boss battles are basically my favorite parts of video games. I love them, and I think it's mainly for me. I like uploading them, and then I watch them later because I'm a fucking nerd. My Instagram is Kalameet. That is KALAMEET. That is from the Dark Souls video games, if anyone knows that. It's an optional. Well, it's a boss in one of the DLCs. My Twitter is the same as Instagram, but replace the L with a 1 because I couldn't get Kalameet spelled with an L. I had to use a 1. 1 kind of looks like an L. It works. I think that's everything. That's all my rambling. I don't use Twitter that much. I don't use Instagram as much as I used to. I've been pretty big on YouTube right now, uploading a bunch of garbage. So just check it out. I have 20 subscribers. Maybe you could be 21.
Boy, the way Glenn Miller played
Songs that made the hit parade.
Guys like us, we had it made.